When we deal with life and with human interactions, it's not as simplistic as that. We think that there are a number of factors that play into the dropout rate. Obviously, there's a lack of engagement in schools. There are students who exhibit discipline challenges, parents who don't have a good engagement and authority or relationship with their children, and schools not offering enough exciting curriculum and exciting learning for students to be engaged in, or to give students a flexibility within the school environment to find things that work for them. One of the growth areas we've seen just in the last 24 months, last 2 years, has been in our alternative high school program, where we offer a flexible environment for students to prevent them from dropping out of school, or if you've dropped out, an opportunity for you to come back and get engaged with our schools. That's called our Promise Academy. So Judge, is multi-layered. It often involves social, cultural, socioeconomic variables. The educational institution, I think, plays a key role in that. We have to make learning exciting. And when kids start at kindergarten, no one starts out saying, I want to be a dropout. No one starts out by saying, I don't really want to do this education thing. So somewhere along the way, as we identify students that are exhibiting some of these qualities as early as 3rd grade or 4th grade, to begin to work with them so that by the time that they're in the 8th and 9th grade, that we can make good transitions. And I mentioned the 8th and 9th grade transition earlier. Judge, that's a key piece. Sometimes when you're in this K-8 environment, what happens is by the time you get to junior high or 7th and 8th grade, you've been in one school for 8 years. Now you're transitioning to the high school. Now you are again at the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak, and now you're having to re-experience a whole different set of dynamics. And not to mention the traditional challenges that go along with being an adolescent in America today, which candidly is a pretty challenging situation. So it's multi-layered, multi-complex, but I think the educational institutions, our responsibility is to create an environment where students feel excited about learning, they feel good about coming to school. Now we have kids who come early. Some kids get to school an hour early. Some kids stay an hour late or 2 hours after school because they like what they do. They like the environment. They like engaging with our teachers and administrators. We need more of that engagement than the other.
Dr. Sanders, you may not know this, but under the Closing the Achievement Gap, 15 parents decided to go back and get their education by engaging in that process because of the Closing the Achievement Gap initiative. So as parental engagement under the Community Covenant Oversight Team, we are 100% behind you and in support of you with the faith-based initiative with Reverend E. Theophilus Cavanis and Bishop F.E. Perry. So we want to commend you on that.
Thank you very much. As my grandmother used to say, nothing wrong with a little prayer every now and then. Thank you very much.
Hi, Dr. Sanders. Does the district have plans to bring innovation or to meet the urgency of now for the students in our district with behavioral, mental health, and other special education concerns?
Thank you for that question. We feel better positioned today to begin to address the mental health and other challenges that our students bring to the table. I think it positions us to network very effectively with other mental health agencies in our district. We have a lot of people who do a lot of things for our district, but oftentimes, in my opinion, they are not as aligned as substantially as they should be. So we've been working under the auspices of our Chief Academic Officer, Eric Gordon, to coordinate these services in a way that really speak to the individualizing of what a student needs. And what happens is every student comes with a little different perspective, so everyone doesn't bring the same particular issues to the table. So what we're trying to do is individualize, customize the learning experience, be able to adapt to the individual need that the student may have. And I think that in terms of innovation, I think that works across the board. Innovation, ladies and gentlemen, is the way that will transform not just our system here in Cleveland, in my opinion, but every district across this nation. We can't continue to teach and engage students the way we did 40 and 50 years ago. It simply doesn't work anymore. Now, for some students, that traditional 8 to 3 environment works well. Technology has grown dramatically over the last 10 years. Imagine what it will be 10 or 20 years from now. We have to position our students, wherever they come from, meeting them where they are, to position them for success. And educational institutions like our district, we feel confident that we have a game plan to address those individual needs. And the reality is we're serving the whole child. And we're just not there, candidly, to do the reading, writing, and arithmetic, but there really is a whole complex series of perspectives that we have to keep in mind. We can't do it all, and that's why we call for help from our community. And in Cleveland, candidly, I think going into my 3rd year as a CEO, I've been really overwhelmed with the kind of support and interest. The mayor and I meet every week, and we talk about the kind of groups and organizations and people who want to help with the work that we're doing. Our challenge is aligning them in a way so that the resources match where we need the help. And that's what our goal will be moving forward. But we firmly believe that there is an urgency to our work. We simply don't need another committee to study this for another 2 or 3 years to tell us that we need to work on our graduation rate. I think I got that one. So our responsibility, and this goes back to our current grade card, is that we have to stay focused and committed on our work every day. This is a 182-day job every 9 months from August the 28th to the first week of June. And so we're going to stay focused on it and committed to it. And with the help of folks in this room, we'll continue to make a difference in the lives of every single child in our district. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Today at the City Club of Cleveland Forum, we have been listening to Dr. Eugene Sanders, CEO of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. Thank you, Dr. Sanders. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This forum is now adjourned.